Hi everybody in YouTube world, it's June, your tarot queen. I can read anything. I see a lot of orbs or dust flying around in here. I'm not sure which anymore. People say, June, man, your house is dusty. And I'm like, those are my ancestors. I can't dust them up. Well, come on. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's pretty out here. I did a little weed eating earlier and learned a lesson that you just hose yourself down, especially if you have poison oak or ivy or sumac out there that's poisonous, then you need to hose yourself down before you come in. So today I'm feeling the tranquility of the triquetra, which this is a moonstone with a triquetra, not a stone, but a crescent moon, and it has a triquetra, which is infinity, never ending. So I feel like our souls are never ending. So there you have it. And today I'm going to be using the Mother Earth deck, or Heaven and Earth deck, I should say. Not Mother Earth, that's a round deck, and I've given that one away. Not the Circle of Life, but the Mother Earth one I gave away a long time ago. So I don't have any more. But anyway, I want to just do a reading on someone out there who could be listening in. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should have pulled out the cards and just did a reading on horoscope. I don't know. Maybe next time. Maybe tomorrow. This is just for another individual out there who happens to need some guidance, that happens to stumble on, or it is somebody who watches my channel regularly, and hopefully you all get a chance to do so. I know it's hard for everybody to get all their subscriptions and stuff in, but we will be giving away that quilt, that beautiful quilt, as soon as we can. So as soon as we reach 2,500. And thank you, Eleanor, for making it and sending it and everything you've done for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Anyway, I am going to be doing this reading for someone. These are really thick decks and they're hard to, but anyway, universe, what do you have to tell somebody out there, or some buddies out there? Could be more than one that are having the same similar issue, just with different players. Cheers. Oh, speaking of cheers, I've been using my little sun-kissed coaster that Eleanor made me. Isn't that great? She's so talented. And it's made from string. I love it. It's beautiful. And she made me some Bill's ones with Bill's colors, and a gray one too. The gray one's by my computer. I love it. I really do. Thank you, Eleanor, again. Okay, universe wants me to talk about addiction. So I think this reading is going to be about addiction. I do want to say that we all have our vices, whether it's having a piece of chocolate or turn the light switch on and off up 20 times before you go to bed. We all have our vices. Mine happens to be Sunkist, apparently. But we all have our vices. So just because you have a vice doesn't mean that you can't live without it. You enjoy it. And sometimes addiction is hard to overcome. So gets a hold of you. Yeah, do some self-talk on that. I don't know. We'll see. In the future, short or whatever, I'll do some self-talk on that. All right. Is that it? Yep. That's it. Okay. Usually, addiction starts when you're using it to numb yourself, or you're using it as a form of distraction, or to cover up some hurt. Instead of dealing with that, you're using that addiction as a tool because you've been hurt. And instead of cleaning up the situation, you're trying to forget about it, or you're trying to numb yourself. And that's where it starts. That's where addiction starts. It's not a gateway drug to something, you're starting smoking pot, and then the next thing you know, you're on to bigger and better things or whatever. It's not that. It starts here. It starts here. And that's where when you have an issue, you have a problem, either go seek some help, and sometimes it's chemical, but either go seek some help, or think about it. Don't cry over spilled milk, and definitely don't put yourself in a bad situation. Don't jump out of the pan into the fire. Don't start it. If you don't start it, you don't have to quit it, right? Because nobody likes a quitter. Once you're free of addiction, and when you're addicted, once you're free of addiction, you see many opportunities. When you're addicted to something and it's making you numb, you're missing your opportunities. So, yeah, and addiction calls to you, man. It's like, hey, come over here. I'll make you feel all better for a minute. It's like, when you had a bad breakup and you're like, you and your friends are eating a gallon of ice cream. It makes you feel better for that minute. But it's still there. It's still there. Even if you go to sleep and you try to sleep it off, when you wake up, it's still going to be there until you clean it up. Will you see your opportunities? And everyone out here, with the exception of the orange tangerine MFer, with the exception of that person, everybody deserves to be treated with kindness and respect. Everyone. I don't care who you are, except for if you're the tangerine orange MFer. Anyway, and it's hard. It is hard to give some things a rest. Trust me, I know. It's hard. You can be addicted to love. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to Sunkist. You could be addicted to whatever. You could be addicted to working out. You could be addicted to anything. Anything. And some of those things are harder to kick than others. Like working out, you're trying to get yourself healthy, you're trying to get yourself fit, and you're trying, and then you never reach it, so you keep going. And then with food, you use it for comfort, and everybody needs food to survive, right? So that's a harder, even harder one to overcome. It is, really is. And people think that addiction is not a disease, but it is a disease. But it's a disease caused by a situation or caused by something traumatic that happened to you that you want to forget, that you want to give a rest to. And it's your way of escape. This is a Capricorn type of card. And, Capricorns are normally very organized, and they think about things, and they sit back and they listen and they watch. But, they have their issues too. They do. And everybody is not the same. Everybody doesn't react the same to any situation. And sometimes you retreat further into a shell and you just observe. You don't exist. And that also can be an addiction. And then you have the King of Pentacles, which is charming, and sometimes people put on a brave face. They put on a big front, and no one knows. No one knows they're addicted to anything because they hide it well. But they're lying to their self, or you're lying to yourself. Seek help. Seek it. Help you help yourself. And, a lot of times, I know a lot of people that work for addiction clinics and things of that nature, or hotlines for suicide hotlines or whatever. And I feel like that you can write a story, or you could do a YouTube, or you could do something that kind of explains how you overcame your issue and help other people to overcome their issue. But first, you got to overcome yours. And best way to do that is be determined and get started. The best way to beat anything, whether it's depression, whether it's addiction to pills or working out or food or whatever it could be, sun-kissed, the best thing to do is to start. Take action. Be determined. You got this. You really do have it. So it's best to take control. Clean it up before it happens, before it takes a hold of you. And that's the only way you know how to cope with things. So clean it up. Try to find a different way to clean it up before it gets a hold of you. And then we have the World. And, some education can be an addiction. Heck, I'm a career student. So I get it, But the more you know, the better off you are. The more you know, the better off you are. So there you have it. And that was the reading for today. I hope it helps someone. I hope it resonates. But today, I have decided I am going to do a situational reading for one of my top subscribers, my top contributor, which is Eleanor. Eleanor Writing. I can never say it right, but that's me. That's me for you. But she knows who she is. And I think a lot of other people know who she is too. She's the one that made the quote, the talented Miss Eleanor. I'm going to rename her to the talented Miss Eleanor. This is for you, Eleanor. I hope you're watching. I hope it resonates. You take me as a split kind of girl, Eleanor, so we're going to split it. We're going to split it 3 times. All right. Right off the top, justice. It's upside down. Your whole life has been about, or I want to say your adult life has been about trying to find justice. So justice card, it's reversed. Life did not throw you a fair hand. It did not, especially in certain circumstances. And I am so sorry about that. In your enemy position, what works against you? It's probably the people who are causing you injustice, but we'll see what the cards say. Queen of Wands, Leo type of temperament. I know all, or I know people in high places, and they are going to help me put the screw to you. And that's in your enemy position. But I think you already know that. I think you already know what's in, or whom is in your enemy position. And we can't give them any power over you. No more. It's an enemy. Enemies don't deserve power over you. Right? Your best course of action, these are both minors. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. And it is talking about, it's not necessarily taking action where your money is concerned as far as going back, because you can't change the past. The past, that's why the rear view mirror is small and your windshield is big, because you're not supposed to look backwards. You're supposed to look forward. And that's what this is telling you. Find creative ways to look forward to rectifying that situation. And you know what I'm talking about. Rectifying this unjust, which is a major. These are minors. So the people whom have caused this issue for you, they're going to get theirs. Karma's watching. Yeah, I saw that. Karma. They're watching. So, yeah, you take action where you feel like action can be taken. Write notes, whether you send them or not. You've written them. Make little recordings. And when you pass, you will give them to who they need to go to. And then it will be in their hands and not these people that cause you injustice. And I'm going to try to use the camera soon. I'm going to work on it tonight and see if I can get it going and use the camera and the headphones. We'll see how exciting that will be. And your best course of action, Eleanor, you are such a fair individual. You're kind, you're talented, you're a beautiful soul. I have grown to love your soul. You're fair, you're honest, you're caring. I wish everybody could see your soul the way I do. Because if they could, you wouldn't have to worry about nothing anymore. You wouldn't have to worry about a thing. Okay? That's your best course of action, is to let yourself be fair to you and to those who deserve your kindness. Not the ones who don't. Not the ones who cause the injustice. This is also a major arcana. It's not easy to do. I get it. It's not easy. But if anybody can do it, you'll find a way. I believe that wholeheartedly. I really do. So, now I'm going to shuffle them back in for the last card, Miss Eleanor. And I hope this finds you, and I hope you get a chance to see it. I'm sure you do, because I watch you, you watch me. I got your back, you got mine, you know? That type of thing. I think you have more people in your corner than you realize. And some people don't deserve to be in your orbit. It's the Five of Swords. And you have learned throughout your years to pick your battles wisely. And you don't sweat the small stuff. You sweat the big stuff. And I get it. And I understand why. But you don't sweat the small stuff. You do know. You are a very genuine, talented individual who deserves to be treated as such. Right? So, with love and light, Eleanor, stay mystical and don't take any crap. And for the rest of us out there in YouTube world, I hope you like and subscribe to my video. When we reach 2,500, we're going to give away that quilt. Till next time, stay mystical. I'm out of here.